Hello everyone, this is Quantum Realm Explorers, a Marvel Cinematic Universe set based on Ant Man and the Wasp. I'm going to do something a little different from my norm for this review. I'm going to start with a look at the minifigures. This is a rare luxury here. We've got all three of the main major characters from a superheroes movie in one set, and not even an expensive set at that. It is the only set that LEGO has released as of now for this movie, but regardless, it's great to see. I wish that this could happen more frequently, where folks on a reasonable budget could get all of the major characters in a set that doesn't cost like $100. So on the left here is Ant-Man, in the middle is Wasp, or the Wasp, and on the right is Ghost, the, sorry in advance for this, antagonist of the movie. The main one, at least. It was right there. I had to do it. I had to grab it. It was just too easy. Ant-Man, I think, looks, once again, great. I love these dual molded helmets that LEGO does these days, especially when one of the colors is a transparent based color. It just looks really, really good. It's so much better than just having paint. Being able to see the actual eyes through there is great. And the rest of the prints on the body, into the hips and the legs, are really, really good. I think the hips really tie the whole thing together and turn it into a full suit rather than looking like separate pieces. Now, the other two characters do not get any prints whatsoever on their hips or legs. That's a little bit of a disappointment, but not as much of a disappointment to me as the middle figure of Wasp, and specifically her helmet. Somebody tell me what you think about that helmet, because I hate it. I think it doesn't look anything like the cinematic universe version of the Wasp helmet. It should have been shaped more like the Ant-Man helmet, and even more sleek. But instead of being more sleek, it's more blocky. I understand trying to reuse stuff, but this does not seem like a good reuse of an existing mold to me. The wings, I guess, are okay, but they seem a little bit too fairy-like to me. Again, a reuse of an existing piece, but I don't know, they're just so round and soft looking. And then the torso for Wasp, I think, looks pretty good. I don't know if it's the right colors. I mean, it might be a little bit bright overall, especially with the blue, but I think the whole character suffers from not having any print in the hips and the legs. Ghost, I think, looks great, even without print below the torso. That looks pretty accurate to me, and comes with actually two in the set of the Power Blast piece. Those work really well. Ant-Man over on the far left has a shrink gun there. And looking at these from the back, well, let me go ahead and start taking some stuff off so you can see some alternate faces, and all of them do have alternate faces. There's a little weird inclusion, a little bit of dust in the one on the left, but that's not usual. I think all of these look very good and very appropriate to the actors and actresses playing the characters, and there's what they look like from the front. Yeah, good with the heads. Really like the figures on the sides. Not so happy with the one in the middle, except for the front torso print and the faces. This, though, the vehicle itself, this seems really, really good to me. This gives me the same sort of feeling that I got from the quad jumper set that LEGO did for the Star Wars The Force Awakens movie in like the second, or I think it was the third wave of sets, in that it's kind of small, yet appropriately sized to figures. It has a lot of detail on it, yet it's fairly easy to put together. Has some interesting techniques, but nothing frustrating in the assembly process. And it just seems right. And it seems kind of high-end to me. I just get nothing but positive feelings about this. It went together very well. Has some nice part usage in it. Has a bunch of roller skate pieces. I like those pieces. They've got some gold ones on the top and silver ones on the sides. The way the canopy comes together to create a full bubble there is pretty nice. I mean, you do see the actual bubble beneath there, the kind of the side of it, how that cuts through, but does not bother me. I think it just looks very nice. You have a couple of stud shooters, one on either side. If you're not looking for them, you might not even notice them. They don't even have anything that stands out color-wise. I think that's a good thing. It's very easy to get access into the cockpit area. Different ways you can bend that up. Has a spot to hold on to the pilot figure's accessory there if you want to take it along with you. Got these two little hands, little insect-like arms on the front, or pincers, or like, just little manipulating arms, which look good. And you can actually put some things in there, especially for posing. Not the greatest thing for play just because they're so small, but you can actually use them. And also for articulation, let me put these back together. Actually, I should put the top down first. These are printed pieces, by the way. You just get 2 of those. But also for articulation, you get these side pods being able to move up and down and kind of rotate around a bit. Now, they do need to angle out a bit if you want to get them to be straight up and down, but that's not such a bad thing. They're just on a single ball joint each. You see it right there. And that's nice to be able to show. I'm assuming that they're supposed to be like repulsor, thruster kind of things. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe they're not supposed to do anything in the real Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'll see. But I like the look of them. I like the fact that they can move. If you don't want them to move, that's too bad. Because when you grab this, you're gonna cause them to move, whether you like it or not, because they're just out there. But it doesn't bother me. Strangely and surprisingly, this entire thing is built on a helicopter landing skid base. The skid piece, which is fairly large, is fairly well hidden away in there. Again, just a clever use of an existing part. Works really well. I like these side details. Has just a handful of stickers. See a sticker there, there, and one on either side up here. And then that just basically gets mirrored to the other side. A little bit of blue sticks through there. Not the greatest thing. Really doesn't bother me much. Would have been nicer to get a little suggestion of exhaust glow in the back, but I don't know what the propulsion system is. It's hard for me to say anything bad about this. It looks good on display just on a shelf, small as it is. It plays just fine. It's easy to grab. I mean, these things do kind of bend around, but it's easy to put them back. They don't need to be perfect for play. You can shoot. Holds the figure. Yeah, it's good. Good pieces are included if you're just interested in the parts. Or rather, if you're just interested in the figures in the set, and you're going to use the parts for your own builds, you get some good stuff here, some usable stuff, some sufficiently generic stuff. It's just all good. This is very nicely done. Last and least, the set comes with these 2 accessories. I don't know what the canister on the left is supposed to be. Is it a canister of stabilized PIM particles? Is it, like the shrink gas or something? I don't know. I don't know if I should know. As of the time of the recording of this video, the movie isn't out yet. But yeah, maybe I just forgot something from the first movie. But anyway, on the right is, I believe, a new color for this large trophy piece. That piece has been around for a long time. Traditionally done in gray. I think it's been done in silver also. This is not pearl gold, not the most common form of gold color that we get from Lego. This is like a medium metallic gold. It's on the same, or in the same hue range as the old dark metallic gold that was used in Bionicle famously, and some other series as well. But it's not as bright as the gold that you usually see, and it's not as orange. It's a little bit more yellow, and I think it just looks better. Anyway, too much time spent on that. It's good, I think. I think so much is good about this set, with the value versus the volume of stuff you get, the price to part ratio, the inclusion of all of the main key characters that kids want to play with, the look of this thing on display. The one thing that I really don't like is that Wasp figure, and that's definitely a downer, especially for folks who want to focus on the figures. It's easy enough to see that it's supposed to be the Wasp. It's not so far off that it kind of breaks the experience of playing with this. But from a collecting perspective, I think that they definitely could have done a lot better than they did. Possibly even just by putting more print into that, but I don't know, it would have been difficult with that mold. It's mostly the reused classic Iron Man style of helmet mold there that kind of breaks that design to me. Everything else, though, I'm more than happy with. But that's it for this review. Not much to it. Let me know what you think about the set on the whole in the comments, and especially let me know your thoughts about the Wasp, including if you think I'm completely off my rocker and I'm just wrong. Yeah, let that be known. I'm looking forward to your feedback. Thanks for watching. I'm going to keep working on new videos, so I'll be talking to you again soon.